Did you know that numerology was a matrix? And there are two ways that you can use this method to discover things about yourself, your personality, your birth chart, even the relationships you have, the karma that you have from a past life, even when you'll die. Numerologists have been able to factor a death date with just a name and a birth date. For example, John Dee got himself locked up for his accuracy on her death date. So much so that she was so paranoid that she had threw him in jail until the day had came out of fear. Other practitioners have coordinated seasons and cycles, incorporating cards to better understand the energies during those seasons and celestial events. Even our modern day compasses have numerology hidden within their magnetism. That's where we get our degrees from. It focuses on a tens times table. You see, numerology reads space. Astrology reads time, but they both deal with time. You see, space is on a tens times table. Intensity, duration, repetition. Clocks, they deal with a 12s times table, seconds, minutes, hours. But they both deal with numerology together to understand the seasons, the time frame, and where you're positioned at in the world. And there's a whole lot more to get into this video. So without further ado, I'm Naganik, and this is Numerology 101. It's a matrix. Numerology can calculate life cycles, body parts, health, career, challenges, karmic lessons, days, weeks, months, even yearly predictions with accuracy so advanced that it will give you the feeling that only God could have created something so remarkably individualized. Compatibility charts, even death days. Planes of expression, heart's desires, soul's urge, personality, hidden passions, life paths. There's virtually no limit to it, and its accuracy is felt on a deep, intimate level. The use of numbers, theoretically, have been argued amongst scientists and historians forever, dating back somewhere between 870 BC to 1130 BC. But Pythagoras was actually credited with the inception of numerology around the time Christ walked the earth. But back then, it wasn't called numerology. Actually, it just recently started becoming called numerology. The 20th century, actually. Before then, it was called arithmancy. And they used arithmancy in ways that are amazing. John Dee was a master at these things, along with minds like Einstein, Carl Jung, St. Augustine, Plato, so much more. They were masters of their crafts, and they all knew the importance of arithmancy, otherwise called numerology. In 3025 AD, just after the First Council of Nicaea, the Roman Empire outlawed numerology or arithmancy from the church, no longer allowing it to be a gift from God, but turned it into a gift from the devil, enforcing all of those practitioners as heretics who went against the church. There are two ways to use this method of numerology. The Chaldean way is the more spiritual, more purist, mystical side, because they don't use 9 in this method because they consider 9 to be holy. And if you do a side-by-side comparison of Pythagoras' method and Chaldean's method, you'll see that there is a more fluctuant energy that coordinate with the number vibrations rather than the letter vibrations. So the Chaldean method is a method more suited for the mystical and the vibrational patterns of numbers, the universal code, because numbers don't change from language to language. They remain the same, but the letters, the symbols, the shapes, they do. And I think that's really cool. Whichever method you choose to do, it'll be best suited for you. Whether you want the vibration of the letter or the number. But each vibration correlates back, has some pretty amazing details. So what you do is you take the alphabet in any language and then you coordinate it with 1 through 8 for the Chaldean method, and through the whole alphabet. Or if you're using the Pythagoras method, it is 1 through 9, 11, 22, and 33. Those 11, 22, and 33 are considered master numbers. Those are very rare numbers to be reduced to. Now, let's take my birthday, for instance. This is how you get your life path number. Your life path number is very significant. How to calculate your life path number. The first number is the most important. So, mine is 8/16/90, 1990. All right? So what I do is I split them up. 8 plus 16 is 24. 2 plus 4, because what I'm doing is I'm taking the 24 and then I'm technically reducing just by adding the 2 and 4. That equals 6. 19 plus 9, or what you could do is you could do 9 plus 9 is 18, add 1, 19. Then you could split up the 1 and the 9, and then you have 10. But see, zeros don't count. Remember that. So when you reduce, you don't really need the zeros. And that equals 1. So 6 plus 1 equals 7. I am a life path 7. I've experienced every single thing that numerology has said about my energy, my life path, and even more research and in-depth contemplation is needed for you to truly understand the implications that numerology or arithmetic can have in your life. But this is my example for you so that you can better understand the beautiful gift that God has bestowed on all of us. This isn't just about energy or the vibration. It's about the connection to source. Understanding the value that this language has is universal. There is no downside, not at all. This kind of communication is often looked at as mystical, magical, very mysterious. It's an entire matrix. Like, we are made up of numbers and letters and breath. Who would have thunk it? I mean, really, who would have thunk it? So each one of these energies has a corresponding number. And those numbers have a corresponding vibration and frequency, and can be interpreted by numerology so that you can better understand you, the people around you, what you're going to face in the future, what you're facing right now, what you could potentially face. Like, it's beautiful. It can even tell you things about the past. This is remarkable. I'm going to go through each and every one of the life paths and read them to you so that you have a better understanding. Once you do yours, of what you need to work on or how similar it is. Life path number meanings. Number 1, you are a born leader, full of original thoughts, inventions, ideas, and visions. Although you are fabulous at getting things started, you're not too great at seeing them through to the end. Tedious details can cause you to lose interest. Number 2, kindness, diplomacy, and cooperation are all strong traits of the 2. You are the most patient of all the numbers and are extremely sensitive, perceptive, and emotional. Your emotions can switch from crying to laughing on a dime. Along with your sensitivity come true intuitive gifts. You can have an innate ability to feel other people's emotions. However, you must be sure not to sacrifice your own opinions and feelings or make compromises simply to keep the peace. This can breed resentment. Number 3s. 3s love the spotlight. You are the life of the party, popular and very social. 3s' energies rules expansion. If you tell a story to a 3, they'll only improve it when they retell it, using exuberant accents and definitely some exaggeration. Your optimism and enthusiasm are infectious. You need an outlet for your creative energy. Otherwise, it will find an outlet as emotional energy. Number 4s. You are a practical planner who always reads the instructions and is always prepared. You're reliable, dedicated, and prompt. Surprises and change are your kryptonite. You have a desire to control outcomes, so you need to learn how to manage and embrace change and trust life's unseen forces. A pessimist at heart, even on the beautiful days, you point out the clouds in the distance and bring the umbrella. Number 5. Buckle up. The life of a number 5 is an exciting and unpredictable ride. Impulsive and always up for anything. You enjoy adventure, freedom, and travel. Rules are more like suggestions for you, and you tend to bend and disregard them at your free will. Boredom can lead you to escapism, which can quickly turn self-destructive. If you are a 14/5, You will struggle with various addictions, both your own and those of the people you love. You are more interested in spending your money on travel and experiences than on material things. You can be a source of concern for your family. Number 6. The 6th vibration is all about love, charming and charismatic, with a magnetic personality. You have the ability to attract people to whatever cause you have taken up. Generous, kind, and attractive, you are admired and even adored, which completely baffles you. You love to fill your beautiful home with strays, both animals and people. You are truly helpful, not just sympathetic. You are capable of extremes. The 6 has a devil or an angel quality. The 7. You are smart and mysterious. The strong and silent type, very analytical. You prefer to do your own research and never take things at face value. If someone has a secret, you, a 7, will find it. 8. Born to be a boss. If you're not in charge, you'll pretend you be. You're a visionary, but you also can be reckless. Remember, there's a fine line between power and corruption, and you must walk it carefully. You like money and will spend it extravagantly. Anything you do involving money will backfire if done for the wrong reasons. However, success can be yours if you operate with integrity and authenticity. You must remember that rewards may not always be financial. They also can come in the form of recognition and legacy. Many 8s experience multiple fortunes and failures in a lifetime. 9s. 9s have the energy of an old soul. Many past incarnations have given you lifetimes of subconscious wisdom. Your sense of humor is intelligent and witty. Your laughter is infectious. 9 also has great intuition. You're not impulsive, and you can think far past instant gratification. Your reasoning is hard to argue with, though it can be tiresome if you're on the wrong side of it. A good student and a fast reader. You absorb information like a sponge and will continue to learn throughout your lifetime. Now it's time for the master numbers. Master number 11 is the most intuitive. You are likely ahead of your time, and the world might not be ready for what you have to offer. Because of this, 11s often don't immediately reap the rewards of their pioneer hard work. Because of their pioneering spirit, 11s make fantastic motivational speakers, spiritual leaders, television hosts, designers, and media personalities. 22. Master number 22 is also known as the Master Builder. The 22 is uniquely gifted with the ability to turn vision into reality. Creating an empire and leaving a legacy are the great importance to them. Because the 22 is a double dose of 2 energy. They live with a nervous tension that they must learn to channel into their visionary plans. A 22 will face tests of ethical conduct and responsibility. Their family of origins tend to be complex. 33. The 33 is known as the master teacher. They are the most influential and compassionate of all the master numbers. 33, you are highly knowledgeable and thoroughly research all your ideas before sharing them. At your highest potential, your communication is clear without any personal agenda, and you have a genuine concern for humanity. To be a true 33, the calculation must include either an 11 or a 22 master number. Otherwise, if you have a 33 double digit as your life path number, it is ultimately reduced to the root number 6 and does not have the master designation. Now we're getting into the more advanced numerology. Okay? These are the vibrations of the numbers, the harmonic frequency that they give off. It is the energetic signature of the entire language of the cosmos. This is top tier level. You can't get higher than this. Okay? Are you ready? Good. Let's get it. Now, arithmetic or numerology has evolved over the last 3,000 some odd years and has evolved into what mystics call magic squares or karmic or personality arrows, so on and so forth. It's where you take a certain number or all the numbers, all right, and then you throw them into a tic-tac-toe box. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s all go in individual boxes together though. So if you have multiple 1s, if you have multiple 2s, multiple 3s, they all go in the same box together, all the way through 9. And then if you have any that are like linked up like 3, 6, 9 or 1, 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6, you know, so on like that, where you can make an arrow or a line, you know, those explain certain traits or characteristics, energies and vibrations. And those can be decoded because once you figure out your matrix, then you can learn to understand the whole of your aura, your matrix, and who you are, not just in the physical, but the spiritual, the energetic, the etheric. It becomes a beautiful thing. If you wish to learn more about your numerology, here is a template for you to study your soul vibration, your personality vibration, your daily vibration number, location, address number, life lesson, and destiny vibration. These all connect with your life events and meanings, dates of importance, and life possibilities. Feel free to use it. It's linked in the description. I'm Naganik, and this is Numerology 101. It's a matrix.